What is the White House approach to getting the word out about how to file for this? Because many people don't even realize they're eligible for it.
Well, thank you, Lawrence. It's great to be with you. First of all, today is very deliberately Child Tax Credit Awareness Day. We're making a big push to get the word out that for the vast majority of American families, beginning on July 15th, through either direct deposit or a check in the mail, you will get $300 every month for every child between the ages of 6 and 17, and $250 a month for children age 6 to 17, and $300 a month for each child under the age of 6. And this is vitally important for the reasons you said. This is cash money in people's bank accounts that they can plan for and spend against. And it's vitally important because our children are the most vulnerable in our society. They need this support. This will help over 90% of American children. Now, Lawrence, there is something important to be said. The money will show up in your bank account through direct deposit or a check in the mail if you have filed tax returns in the last 2 tax years. There's a substantial segment of Americans who don't earn enough money to pay taxes and to file taxes. And so for those Americans who are also eligible for the same tax credit that I just described, it's very important that they know that they need to sign up in order to get these checks coming to them directly. They need to go to childtaxcredit.gov, childtaxcredit.gov, and you are as eligible as anybody who's filed their taxes over the last 2 years. So this is here for all Americans who need it, for working Americans, and for 90% of American children.
Income security policy is a challenging arena. The government's been at it for decades now, really starting in 1935. But one of the problems that has existed in the past for things like the tax credit is it's a once a year financial moment in your life. You suddenly get this once a year check. Getting this to be a monthly budgetable item for people is a huge breakthrough in this policy.
It is a huge breakthrough, Lawrence, absolutely. Because, you get a lump sum at the end when you file your taxes. That doesn't enable you to budget and to plan as easily. So this is a breakthrough both in the increased amount that Congress and President Biden made available to American working families, but also for its predictability. And the expectation is that this action, this child tax credit, will help us cut child poverty in this country in half this year, which is huge. It's huge. And it's vitally needed. It's overdue. And the other important thing, Lawrence, is, what Congress passed in the American Rescue Plan extended and expanded the child tax credit for this year, for this tax year. What President Biden wants to do, and it's vitally important, and he has proposed this through his American Families Plan, is to extend this same benefit, the same $3,600 a year for every child under 6, the same $3,000 for every child age 6 to 17 for years and years to come. So it's not just a one-year benefit. It becomes something that Americans can count on going forward.
As we discuss this, I'm hearing echoes of things Daniel Patrick Moynihan has said about this kind of income security policy throughout his career. And I was thinking there are very few people in American government who have been ambassador to the United Nations and domestic policy advisor to the president. It's you and Daniel Patrick Moynihan. That's it. And one thing he was always arguing and struggling with, and it was the government's always been very resistant to it, is that the cure for poverty is money. What poor people need is money. And as far back as the Nixon administration, he was trying to push for something approaching a guaranteed annual income. That policy arena has shifted into the tax code over the last 30 years or so. And we're now approaching this through the tax code, which actually seems like a more efficient method.
Well, it's definitely efficient. And in the case of the child tax credit, it will, as we've discussed, directly land cash money in people's bank accounts when they need it most. And it's similar to another very important provision of the American Rescue Plan, which has enabled Americans to purchase health insurance and on the Affordable Care Act at healthcare.gov, and also do so at much reduced cost due to tax premium increases. So this is the kind of benefit that Americans need most at a time, coming out of the pandemic where so many families have struggled economically, haven't had the health insurance that they need, haven't been able to provide adequately for their families. These are the kinds of positive steps that President Biden and the Democrats in Congress have enabled to benefit Americans directly and immediately. And it's the very type of thing that the president intends to make long lasting through his proposed American Families Plan, which will come before Congress and which the American people have a very direct stake in its success.
I'm sure it's more than a bit intriguing for our audience to see you go from national security advisor to one president to domestic policy advisor to another president. What has that transition been like for you? I guess the big difference is on the domestic policy front, there aren't the middle of the night emergencies that you have in the national security arena.
Well, that's one of the differences. And thankfully, I haven't had that 3 a.m. phone call yet as domestic policy advisor, and I'm hoping not to get it. But it's interesting, Lawrence, many of the skills, many of the experiences that making government deliver for people, making the bureaucracy decide and produce results and ensure that they're implemented, those skills are very much the same, whether you're working on foreign policy or domestic policy. The substance is different. And for me, it's exciting. It's interesting and challenging. And motivating to get to work on the issues that matter most on a daily basis to the American people. It was a great honor and a privilege to serve under President Obama and help keep Americans safe. And it's an equal privilege now to serve under President Biden, trying to ensure that the American people have what they most need to not only be secure in their lives, but to prosper and to develop and generational wealth, and to do so in a manner that's far more equitable and inclusive than has been our experience historically in the past.